Hello, Leo. Welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie. Blazer the Morkie is not with us at the moment. There's too much else going on in the house. So I am bringing you your reading for the next 10 days. We'll start off with your overall energy, and then we're going to look at your specific energy, the energy of the person connected to you, and how those energies mingle and dance in the middle. We'll close it off with an oracle card for the Leo collective. Do keep in mind, these are general readings, so only take what resonates and leave the rest. If you are looking for more context and texture, be sure to check out your sun, moon, rising, and north node. Also, if you'd like a personal reading, my 2025 offerings are below, along with lots of other great links to social media, getting connected. Show up here every Friday at 10 a.m. I do Frequency Fridays. It's a chill, casual, fun hangout where we do tarot, talking, and more. Would love to see you there. And then every other Sunday, I'm here on the channel doing one question answers for people from 7 to 8 p.m. Central. So be sure to get on early and get your question out there so I can get to it in the 1 hour that we do. Okay, Leo, let's get going with your overall energy here. Pollinator. Pollinator, okay. So if we think about our pollinators, we've got the insects. We think of bees. We think of productivity. We think of creativity being spread around. I'm not surprised this comes up for you, Leo. You might be really busy with something here. Let's see if we can make sense of pollinator for this reading. What's being pollinated? What's being seeded at this time? You are giving me the energy of the Page of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. I like how you're showing up with the Page of Wands. You're very much in your fun lion energy there. You're very, very active, very, very curious, and very, very creative. All those things are online. The King of Cups showing up here is a little bit different. You're definitely making time for your heart space, maybe getting more in touch with your emotions during this time, or how you feel about someone perhaps, or something. And then the Ten of Swords is not giving me the most positive outlook about possibly a decision or a communication that you're maybe needing to have, or perhaps you're unsure how to communicate something that you need to, that's important to you. For the person connected to you, they get the Five of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Two of Cups. Man, this person's having a little bit of a rough go here. They're definitely suffering from some sort of conflict in their life. For some of them, it could be literally physical pain, headaches. For others, it might be more of a heartbreak, heartache type of situation. I'm not sure that whatever they're going through and what you're considering here is related to each other directly. It may be situations that each of you are dealing with. They do get the Two of Cups here, so some sort of partnership is important to this person and supportive to this person. Now, in the middle energies here, Leo, we get the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. With these two queens showing up, we could have some sort of motherly or maternal type of connection here coming into the middle, or this is just representative of a relationship that nurtures and inspires, so that pollinates and blossoms, right? So it actually feels really good between the two of you. Both of you are focusing on something important here. And let's get a little bit of clarity here to see if we can go deeper and figure out what this means. So let's look at this Page of Wands. You showing up in that fire energy as yourself. Leo, you're showing me that you're coming out of a hard time. You're coming out of a hard time where maybe something unexpected happened. When I think about the Tower here, which is what's being shown with the Queen of Cups, and you have the King of Cups here as well, I'm moved to say that emotionally speaking, you have moved through the energies of whatever this unexpected tower was. And in some ways, towers can be good at times, even though they're unexpected. So something may have happened to redirect you back into your own energies, to spark your creativity again, but doing so from a place of you really feel very connected and balanced in the heart space. You've got both the masculine and feminine energies of the king and queen. So both the active energies of taking action from your heart, and also the more receptive and passive energies of the queen, receiving that love. So some of you could have had a surgery and you've recovered from that, and particularly balanced out the emotions that you might have had around any fear around that, or recovery stress or anything like that. And others of you could have been a car accident that came up, but you ended up getting, a big payout on that and were able to get a new vehicle. Sometimes these things happen to clear out certain energies and bring the new fresh energies in. And I think you're getting a refreshing new energy about you. So I would say that tower, to me, though unexpected, looks like a good one. Let's look at this King of Cups for you. This is more where your active energy comes in, Leo. Here you get the Emperor and the Temperance card to clarify the King of Cups. So here you are, you rest, you take rest, you take recovery time, coming back into alignment with your heart. Your energy is coming back. You're balancing out. Now it's time for new action. And with the Emperor card here, this is very powerful, forward moving action, very much like pollination. It's a very busy activity. I feel like this is going to be you kind of taking notes from the Aries energy, a fellow fire sign, moving forward in some way, shape, or form. Yet still you carry this peace about you, and I think it's that balance from the Queen of Cups. And the Temperance card, Sagittarius energy, very interesting here. We have all three. We have you, okay, and you is the King of Cups. Interesting that it's water this time, but I think it has to do with your emotions, right? And how you feel and how you're connected to your heart. We have Aries and Sagittarius showing up here in your reading. So your fellow fire sign energies. You're really working with the element in a very unique way. We're working with different aspects of it. There's both. There's both the fire that is fueled and burning bright, and then there's the slow burning fire and the embers, and all are important here for you. For many of you, I think you've found the balance in your work situation, or perhaps the tower that happened kind of helped you reevaluate everything so you could repollinate the most important aspects of your life, bring yourself into balance, and really transform here. So we've got, it's very interesting. We have energy that's moving very quickly for you. We have energy that's moving slower, but somehow in the middle of it all, you're just like, this is great, and you're feeling at peace. Let's see what this Ten of Swords is. Has there been something on your mind? Is there something that you need to communicate about putting a stop to? You get the Seven of Swords and the Six of Wands. Yeah, I feel like inside yourself, you are struggling with some sort of communication that you would like somehow to process. Now, I'm not saying you have to necessarily process it directly to the person for whom it's directed at, or the situation, but you need to talk to somebody about this, because it is part of you moving forward. And I think to ignore this, you would be deceiving yourself. So with the Seven of Swords there, if you ignore taking the opportunity to communicate something, you'll lose the opportunity to have a positive outcome here with the Six of Wands. And not only have a positive outcome, because I do sense that here. I sense that if you can find the courage to go ahead and communicate to whomever you need to, what you need to, in the most healthy, loving way you can, without selling yourself short or trying to sneak away from this because it feels uncomfortable, you're actually going to feel quite rewarded by the energies that come from that. And again, it comes in the form of fire, your natural element, really feeling confident and feeling that you had victory over this situation. So whatever it is and whomever it is you need to talk to, that you need to communicate something important to so you can close out a cycle for yourself and move on, be sure to put that as a priority. I do see you kind of trying to turn your back and run away from that. Or maybe thinking, I won't have to deal with that. Maybe it's something to do with work or just something that needs to be, like the air needs to be cleared. That's kind of what I get. Like after the Tower, the air needs to be cleared. Something needs to be said from you to someone else. Okay? For the person connected to you, and I'm not sure if they're the someone else, you'll have to determine if these energies are that person or if it's just someone outside of this relationship. For the Five of Swords, they get the Moon and the Nine of Cups. This person has all the capability in the world to create and really be seated in a nice position for themselves with how they organize their life, how they organize their job. Honestly, it looks really beautiful, but for some reason they're really stressed out about it. I'm not sure this person is truly deeply connected to their capabilities. Maybe some of their capabilities are still coming online, or perhaps they're in a situation, a relationship, or a job where they're not seeing clearly their potential. Now, this is a tough situation. When someone doesn't see their own potential, but we do, and I think you do, Leo, it can be really tricky because at the end of the day, they have to recognize it in order to take the actions that are going to align with that best version of themselves that is making those accomplishments. And right now, they're kind of navigating shadow territory. Some of them could be Cancerian energy here with the Moon as the ruler, or just having trouble navigating the changing tides. I feel that this Five of Swords is really interesting because on your side you had the Tower, but it feels like you navigated that Tower really well. This person has a lesser energy of the Tower, like a lesser conflicting, something's not right kind of energy, but it's a bigger deal to them, if that makes sense. And it's because they're not fully connected with their potential and what they're able to actually do. An organization comes up for this person, somebody who has a gift to organize things. Like they create order out of chaos, and they're a very organized person. For the Three of Swords, and this Three of Swords, this painful energy, that this might be the reason they're having trouble seeing who they truly are. They get the Judgment card and the Queen of Wands. Rest assured, whoever this person is connected to you, the universe is speaking to them. The universe is calling to them. Their greater being is calling to them to pay attention and process this pain that they've gone through. I think they will find that it will be something that they can move through a lot more quickly than they even realize, because they have the Queen of Wands here. And I think it will be a lot easier than they think. It's kind of like someone holding on to a pain body, and they've kind of covered that pain body up with layers of whatever, mud, protection, gunk, whatever, just so they don't have to look at it, so they don't have to feel it. But in doing so, they've made it bigger than it needs to be for themselves. And really, they just need to get in there and feel their way through it. They're avoiding that. And I think that's why their energy's off with that Five of Swords. They may be getting physical headaches because of this, or body aches, or some sort of autoimmune kind of effects, because there's this pain body that really is screaming for attention here. And it has to be first cleared of the layers that this person has put on it, right? When they put the layers on this pain, they put layers over their potential as well. Let's look at this Two of Cups for them. This could be a friend of yours. Okay, for the Two of Cups, they get the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. through partnership. Now, this could be with you. It could be with a therapist or a counselor or somebody offering support and encouragement to this person. Slowly but surely, they're going to start building toward this new life, embracing their potential. This looks like it's going to take some time for them to take that path of mastery. They learn very well through relationship dynamics, so you may find that they want to talk things through with you a bit more. Maybe you are needing to have some boundaries with them. They could be overstepping, and because this pain body's in charge, that could be quite draining. So for some of you, you may need to, that 10 of Swords for you may be setting some boundaries with this person to say, hey, you know, I do not have time today to talk. Hey, I know you have your therapy appointment. I'll catch you the following week after that, and let's have a little check-in or go for coffee. Because, you know, it can be very frustrating for the person who recognizes the potential, sees it. For some of you, since I got the motherly energy in between the two of you, this could be one of your children, and they could be an adult child, but nonetheless, you see them struggling and want something better for them, right? And they're going to have the courage to go into that. But the universe is already on it, Leo, so you don't really have to worry about actually doing anything for them in that way other than having healthy boundaries and being who you are. The universe is pollinating their ecosystem, their energetics, in order to get them to open up to this. And the Queen of Wands here holds a beautiful blooming sunflower. And so the universe has this cover. I want you to know that. So for some of you, that's going to bring you some peace and rest assured. So if you've been looking for that message of like, is this going to be okay? Maybe you've been a little stressed out about it and really working on keeping balance with it. It's going to be okay. It is, but they have to learn it themselves. That's come up a few times in this round of readings where there's other people that are really struggling and learning on their own, right? We can be there, we can hold space and be present within the healthy boundaries that we create, but they have to do the work themselves. For the Queen of Pentacles, in the middle of this connection, you bring in the energy of the Sun. They bring in the Queen of Swords energy. For some of you, this is a mother-daughter relationship, okay? And in the middle, there's much love and much nurturing, and there's just this beautiful connection like that only a mother and daughter could have. But and they make you very happy and you're very proud of them. They do show me a little bit of an energy sometimes where they might kind of be cold to the relationship, or cold, they might bring colder energy in, and it's because of that pain body there. So it's just something that they need to overcome. They need to get the clarity and really work through that. You could also, with the energy I'm feeling with them, they could be the kind of person that has to get their mind wrapped around it. You're more in a space where, remember I said it's very heart-led for you. So for them, they're more in the mental space. They have to learn, after they clear out that pain body, they'll be able to connect into the heart. So that may be why it feels a little cold, but I don't see it affecting the relationship forever and ever. It's just a matter of a phase that's happening right now. Growing pains, so to speak. Let's look at this Queen of Wands between the two of you. Ooh, you bring the Four of Wands into the equation, and they bring the King of Swords. Now, here's where for some of you, I might get a little more, I might say, with the King and Queen of Swords showing up on their side, remembering the mental energy, they could be quite sharp with you. They could be quite direct at times, but to the point where they don't soften the edges, so it cuts. They have kind of a cutting energy. For some of you, you may be providing shelter, or this may be an adult child that lives with you or has been home maybe for the holidays, and maybe they're going back to school, but there's been some encounters here. The reason it feels extra sharp to you as well is because you are in that open-hearted space, and you're really working on that big, bold Leo heart that you have, that lion heart. And so as you're like working on that, this person, I don't know if I get a sense of like a know-it-all, or like no matter how you adjust your approach, they know what they know and you can't tell them any different, and there's kind of that attitude there. Okay, so however this dynamic goes, you know, it is appropriate to have boundaries, especially if someone is living in or visiting your home, right? We want the home space to be peaceful. And so maybe the tower was all about, maybe this adult child lost their job, they had to move back in with you. You know, it is hard to navigate the current times, and families are finding themselves having to help one another a little bit more, right? And maybe children are living at home a little bit longer because the prices have gone up so much, and they need a little bit more before they can get off on their feet and really get going in the world. So this might take a little time, but I see really loving energies between the two of you. At the end of the day, home is where the heart is. There's warmth in this connection. It's a very warm connection. And I think through the work that you've done, Leo, that is what's pollinating a new experience for them. So that's what's beautiful. When we work on ourselves so deeply, we do open up the space for others. We just don't get to direct how that goes for them, right? And Leo, you got number 20, Behold Hopefulness, from the Whispers of Aloha Oracle. Feel the promise of renewed vision. And that with Pollinator tells me that this relationship dynamic is changing for the better. Leo, I'm not sure if you see it yet. I'm not sure if it's in your field of vision yet, because you are catching a little attitude and maybe a little pushback from this person that you're connected to here. But the love energy is here, the warmth energy is here, and you are certainly connected to your heart, and you are opening your heart, and it is bold, and it is big, and it is beautiful. It encapsulates all the higher dynamics of what the lion represents, and there is a lot to behold here in your own energies, Leo. So keep doing that beautiful heart work. This person will catch up and come along. Just be patient. Leo, thank you so much for joining this reading today. It was my pleasure to do it, and I look forward to seeing you at the next one.